We are live. It is 5. No, it's not. It's not 5 anywhere here. It's 3:05 Central Standard Time in the United States, 9:05 GMT in the UK. This is the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe.
Hey.
Coming to you live this day after Valentine's Day, the 15th of February. It's already middle of February, folks. I don't know. When I was a younger person, it seemed like the years took a long time. Mm-hmm. But what's funny is everybody's perception of time is that. You ever notice that if you say to somebody, man, I can't believe it's already February, like middle of February, people are like, yeah, I know, man, this year's going by quick. Has anybody said to you, no, it's not really. It's going by the same amount of time it always does. It's actually slow. I thought it would be March already.
It depends if you're at work and you're really slow at work.
Yeah, or just generally. I just don't think, I never heard anybody say, no, actually, no, it's going fine. I mean, it seems as I'm getting older now, it seems like the years are starting to blow by because I'm marching my way to being in my 70s and crabbing and going, and get off my lawn. Did I do that? Okay, just get off my lawn. Probably not.
You already do
Robotic
that,
Sam. Yeah. Do I already sound chippy and stuff? He says Robotic Sam.
Well, you actually froze. I thought you paused when I spoke earlier.
No, I'm sorry, man. So got Luis in the chat, Andrews in the chat. Jimmy Lee fired. Is it doing again?
It did for a second. It's all right. It's all right now. God damn it.
Well, I could hold on. Let me switch now before we get. I'm gonna go to the other switch in my house. I have two, not because I'm special, just because
because he is.
Because our internet blows ass.
Sam's in the Matrix.
Oh, it's not. Is it bad again?
No.
Okay.
It's just a comment.
Well, it's just like, now how come I can't find the other network's not showing up? There it goes. Female. I'm gonna switch right quick. Hold on, one standby. You can just talk and shit. Do that.
Yeah, I can talk about shit. Yeah, I can. That's what I do on a weekly basis with you, Sam. I always talk shit. Welcome to the Nomad Talk Shit Project.
Yeah.
We've got some great people in the chat today, as usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got Sam's in the Matrix. I know. Last couple of weeks, it's just been kind of, I don't know what's going on. Who knows? Again, I live in an area that's kind of rural, south of St. Louis, so it's, we get 5G internet, and there's some days it works really, really good. Compared to where I had AT&T Uverse, that was straight ass. I mean, I was barely getting 30 or 40 megs down. This is a little better, so I have an AT&T essentially 5G one, and I have a T-Mobile 5G one, and they were kind of, I will tell you that, I can't believe I'm going to say this for AT&T. It seems like the software and the setup for the AT&T one is a little easier than the T-Mobile one. I don't think it's because I'm an AT&T customer. I just think that the interface is a little cleaner. It's still not great, but it's better. When I'm actually looking at Starlink, and I was always worried about that because I know it's, back in the day, they used to have, this is 10 years ago, they used to have satellite internet for people who lived in like rural areas. And I'm talking like in the middle of places in America where you're not getting fiber. It's just literally satellite, or you had dial up. And it was called HughesNet or something like that. And the problem was it actually decent speeds, but because it was a satellite, there's a 1 second lag, right? So it's got to go to a satellite and come back.
Yeah, it has to ping up and then ping back down.
Yeah, and so the ping it was basically, you could not basically online game. I mean, you could probably do like World of Warcraft or something like that, but you couldn't do like Call of Duty or none of that shit. It just wasn't, the lag was too bad. Apparently, it's still a satellite, so I don't know how Starlink gets away with it. Maybe somebody who absolutely knows the technology can figure this out. I don't know, but I've looked at Starlink. It's not cheap though.
This is an interesting subject actually, because I'll get into it in a bit. Carry on, Sam. But yeah, O2 are launching a deal with Starlink in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll let you carry on.
But here's the thing. I can understand. I guess that makes a lot of sense in the United States to have Starlink, because there's a lot of places in the United States. Actually, by land size, there are a lot more places in the United States that are not in major metropolitan areas than it would be in the UK, right? However, maybe the UK, I don't know how to say this to sound like not like bagging on the UK, but how the fuck can you have an island that's not that huge and you don't really have a really, the road infrastructure is good. I mean, you can get roads everywhere, and it seems like electricity, power grid wise, they seem like they've got that kind of figured out. but it would be like infrastructure for things like telecommunications. It's not that big of an island. I would think that after all these years, the UK would have that. Like what would you need satellite for? Because probably most places in the UK, I know they do have rural areas, right?
I think it's something like 88% coverage, but with Starlink, it gives us up to 95, I think, something like that.
Yeah, there seems to be enough between Wales and Northern Ireland, Scotland and England. Like there's enough major cities like Liverpool and Chelsea and London, and I would think that there were, even if you were outside, you may be far away from London, but you're not far away from another city, and not like a city. Obviously, London's the major, probably largest city in the UK, but you're near Cardiff. You're near Edinburgh. You're major ass cities
down in valleys, though, aren't they? So
but I mean, if you're running fiber lines or whatever, I guess that's what it is. I would assume that there was enough fiber lines or telephone line. Like I don't know. It just, when I think in the United States, because how big it is, I would think, there's going to be places like in Montana and Nebraska and even Missouri. It's not really a big state that you're going to need. I mean, there's some places in the United States where you can be the only house within 20 miles in a diameter, right? I would think in the UK it wouldn't be that bad, but I guess it is still there, still rural areas. So
I'm intrigued to hear about so the cost of Starlink and who they work with at the moment in the US.
I don't know if they work with anybody. I thought it was a standalone company. I don't know much about it because I really haven't got much into it.
They don't work with like AT&T or anyone.
No, I mean,
my understanding of Starlink is they're not a network. They've just got satellites. They need a network to work with.
Yeah, and so when I go here for residential, it just says, and here's what the cost is. So for the residential stuff, it's 100 megabits is $50. That's kind of what I'm paying now, essentially. I do get like a little higher than that. Now there's a residential 200, which is $80 a month.
Well, this is on Starlink's website, is it?
Yeah, this is on Starlink's website, directly on Starlink.com.
Oh.
And then there's residential max. This is in the United States, so if you're in the UK and you're not seeing the same thing, sorry, not. But then there's a 120 version that's apparently. Now, what's funny is it doesn't give speed. It just says best performing home internet speeds with maximum available. It's 120 a month, unlimited data, best Wi-Fi, and you get a mini kit. And that's what I kind of liked about having the AT&T and the T-Mobile routers, because I can take them on the trip and I can put them in the caravan. I said that caravan, right? Not RV, because England, right? UK. And I can put them in the caravan, and if I have at least a 5G signal, I can at least get some internet at the campsite I'm at. And the only reason we do that is because, a lot of these places do have like Wi-Fi, or like state parks in Missouri do have Wi-Fi. However, it is totally unsecured. It is basically open, public Wi-Fi. And
of course,
as a person who works in that field, not necessarily cybersecurity, but I do work in IT, that there's not a snowball's chance in hell I'm connected to any of that shit. Just because, it's just not happening. So anyway, I do like the fact. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't give you a speed, and you got to be at 120 a month. And I'm like, that's not. I don't say it's not affordable. I could afford it, but I'd have to get rid of both the T-Mobile and AT&T routers, because both of them are about 55-ish. Actually, I get a better deal on AT&T because I have the phones and stuff, so it's like 45. So basically,
Jimmy's getting confused here. It's just we use Starlink for mobile, not for broadband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is for broadband. I don't see anything. This is for internet access.
So we've got a deal with Starlink for mobile. So
okay.
So rural areas where our 4G connection, 4 or 5G connection goes, there'll be a small buffer zone, but after that, you'll connect to satellites instead.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Actually, for mobile, it's actually really slick.
Yeah, so that's what I meant by 88% sort of connection in the UK. But with Starlink's satellite, O2 satellite, you're going to get around 95% coverage. But the thing is, with this satellite deal, it's going to be sort of more for emergencies, from what I can see. So, like, you won't get full data to play all your games on. It'll be data for
but it covers the coverage gaps that if you have coverage gaps. So
it's for essential apps. So you'll be able to like make a call on WhatsApp, for example,
or GPS location tracking if you're trying to find something
exactly
like
that.
like an RV or they're in the woods and they're lost, and they can triangulate and try to find that
send
person.
an SMS or
and here's the thing. So apparently Juan had to go with Jason and Darren right now. So right now I can understand it. Here's the thing, folks. If you'd rather go listen to Juan and go over to the Tech Disruptors, by all means, go ahead and go for that. We don't really care because, again, like I said, and I want to kind of step this back because somebody had asked me before, hey, how do you feel about the fact that they kind of run in that same time? Because you guys have been going on Sunday afternoons forever, and then they kind of bounced around with the Friday and then Thursday, and then now they're on Sunday, and then this time they're kind of in the exact same time slot. My argument's always been, I don't care if you guys really watch the live stream per se, if you're trying to watch that. I don't think the Tech Disruptors actually make the audio podcast available later as like a audio podcast. I don't know. I haven't really talked to them about it. I love those guys. Darren and Jason do a great job.
Yeah.
Go check out One Cut Reviews. Darren had just written up a post about the One Plus 15. He does a really good job. The problem is with Juan is Juan has a very kind of compressed schedule. That's how it goes. And when it comes to guests, I know Joe and I feel this way. Whatever the times the guests that are coming on are taking an hour out of their time that they could be doing anything else with their day. Definitely not wasting it on this fucking the stuff that we do. Like, we're just doing it for shits and giggles. We're not a professional podcast. We just do things. If they need to adjust it, I remember that one time for Issa, we had to change it totally because she was in the Philippines. And it was like, and what was funny was it was like 4 a.m. local time for her. It was crazy when we had her show, and she was good. So we always do that. So again, they're going off right now. If you want to bounce back and forth, or if you're technically inclined, which you might be, if you're listening to this show, you probably know how to use tech. You can watch them and then listen to us, or whatever, or don't. This show will be available.
That would be a bit weird if you're doing that, though.
That's a bit weird. But if you really want to, double dip, that's cool. But at the end of the day, this show has always been really more of an audio podcast. We just happen to live stream just because I like having guests. I like the engagement, and folks can see our face, which Joe and I definitely have faces for radio and podcasting, not necessarily for, seriously, come on. I look in a mirror. I know what's up. So again, it doesn't matter if every podcast went off at 3:00 Central Standard Time. Sometimes Joe and I may go off on a Saturday show, and we had considered doing that as a full-time approach. It seems, though, that Joe definitely works a lot of Saturdays because of his retail position. Saturdays, for me, kind of have turned into kind of like the day to get things done on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
if I have a day off, I want to do stuff.
If you want to go, you don't really sit.
Family parties, things like that.
They're always on Saturdays. Yeah, Saturdays are always, and plus, too, is if that's happening from our standpoint, chances are people are going to be out and about, running around, running errands, going to shops. Hanging out with family or not, doing whatever. It just seems like Saturday, again, if we ever do a Saturday show or off show, we will let everybody know so they can show up. But really, at the end of the day, this was really an audio show that we just happen to just live stream. So obviously, I'm not worried about it. So yeah, check that out. Juan's over there at the Tech Disruptors. It's really great because Juan's a really super busy guy. He's into a lot of stuff. So the fact that he joined our show a week ago or 2 weeks ago is on with the Tech Disruptors. That's pretty cool. And Juan's a great dude. Obviously, hey, Scoop's in the chat. Scoop.
But obviously, everyone knows the smart thing to do is listen to us and then go and check that out after. I mean, the replay squad, that's fine. Just replay it.
Right. They just do it, and we'll change it. We'll update it in post. That's fine. Yeah. Anyway, so so that's the deal here. So I don't know. Starlink seems pretty good for residential. I don't know. I haven't thought about trying it yet. I mean, I don't.
With the Starlink thing, right? So apparently, it's already out in the US with some carriers. Apparently, you'd have. I thought you'd be able to tell me. And apparently, it costs like something like $15.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
but
pretty
I
crazy.
Don't know. Maybe check some of the AT&T's website or something and see.
So, well, here's the cool part. So on their website, if you kind of scroll down, they say that, hey, you're getting such, right, up to 400. So I'm gonna go here to where I live, and it looks like they're saying, well, I mean, I can't really. There it goes. There we go. Hillsboro. Okay. It says on this map, it says between 132 and 253. If I could get 150 or 200 consistently and reliably, I don't know if that's worth 120. I think if I can get the 80 quid package and I get close to 200 and it's reliable, I might give that a call.
Let me check AT&T.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, at least it's available, which is kind of nice, and they give you kind of a thing. So I might check out Starlink. I don't know. I've heard pretty good things about it, and so yeah. And Sunday evening is the best time to chill. Okay, cool. And that's the other thing too. A lot of people, apparently Andrew and I know Luis, they just kind of they don't have to watch the show. They just kind of listen as we're going through it, and they're walking through the house and doing things.
So they originally partnered with T-Mobile, Sam, right?
Oh, okay.
But now is offering beta, you call it beta, access AT&T and Verizon as well. This is direct sell to satellite. Direct to sell satellite.
Well, there you go. So that's kind of cool. And Sandra, our podcast is an hour to get. Okay. Well, again, we will continue to do it, but we also realize that there may be competing priorities, like the tech disruptors go off at the same time or whatever. And we're okay with you watching it separately or just doing whatever. So again, for us, it's we just do it because we enjoy doing it. And that's why we'll never charge anybody. There's never be a paywall for any of this content because we're just doing it just because we like to talk about tech. And this gives me a week to talk to Joe directly about stuff that I'm really involved in. So that's what we do. So, hey, Jermaine's in the chat. Welcome, Jermaine. Thank you, sir. Also, go check out his Jermaine through Jermaine's lens. He's putting some content on there. He's doing some camera stuff. And again, I don't think anybody who's listening in this chat has not heard of Jermaine or at least try to tangentially check out his channel. You should just subscribe to it because, I mean, duh, it's good stuff. And yeah, so we're having a good time here. I don't know. I'm thinking about Starlink. I just don't know. It looks like I get pretty good speeds, which is kind of cool. But obviously, there's different places around the country that get better speeds, and there's some places that get not great speeds. I don't know. Well, I guess with the satellite, I guess it has something to do with the fact of like elevation, possibly. But I mean, hell, you can even get it now. I look at their map. Apparently, you can't get it in Nunavut or the Northwest Territories you can. Actually, you get really good speeds in Nunavut. That is pretty much the Arctic Circle of Canada and Victoria Island. Apparently, you can get it there too. I guess near the poles, I guess it gets pretty good. It just, the weather might be not very good. And they don't offer it in Greenland, so that sucks. But in the United States and Canada, and apparently some parts of South America, except for Bolivia. Apparently, Bolivia is grayed out. I don't know what that means. And Venezuela. Well, there might be a reason why Venezuela is probably grayed out. I don't really know what's going on. There's some things going on in Venezuela. If you check the news. I don't know if it has anything to do with the company. Nicaragua was not available. Cuba. There might be probably some sanction problems with that. So not every country in Central and South America, but pretty much all of them. And it's pretty cool. And even I guess it has a world map. Oh, okay. There's a world map. Oh, it goes out farther. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Oh, well, I don't know why else in this map is getting stupid when you reload it. Yeah. So I don't know. Starlink might be a thing. I don't know. It is in the UK and,
Starlink's a thing in the UK. What, for broadband?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. How about this? I don't know. Let's just do it. Yeah, look at this. So let me share my my screen, as my buddy at work likes to say. I'm going to Look. I mean, I don't know about you. That looks like the United Kingdom. Pretty sure. I mean, I'm not exactly a geography major, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it seems like if you live, and I don't know where. I mean, Luton. That's where Joe lives, right? In Luton, right?
Oh, not far. Not far.
Not far. It's kind of
that's where I work. If anyone wants to come and find me, I probably should.
Right. I mean, you probably can. I mean, there's so many little towns. I don't know what's going on around here. Anyway, so Luton, apparently it's available there. You should check out the website. I don't know. Maybe they do, or maybe they're just saying, hey, in theory, this is if you lived here, this is where we would have it.
Well, I know they have satellites over the UK because otherwise O2 wouldn't have a deal with them.
Right. This thing is so stupid. Okay.
Sam,
And then
Google O2 satellites and see what comes up.
yeah, apparently, so there's some places. Turkey is not available, and apparently the Russians they're not getting the Starlink thing. Again, I don't know what that is. It's probably because the government probably doesn't. I guess they have the contracts and stuff. I guess, right?
Yeah.
So you said Google O2 Starlink.
O2 satellite.
O2 satellite.
You can hear him typing away.
All right, O2 satellite is a new. Okay, we'll just do it that way. Hey, we can do this because this is tech, right? We're not talking about sport, so it's cool.
Yeah, we're not talking about sport. We're talking about tech.
Yeah, so let's do this. All right, so
this wasn't planned, by the way, everyone. They were just randomly doing this, of course. This is what
everything is planned. Nothing's random in the sky. Okay, O2 is a satellite designed to enhance coverage in rural areas by utilizing Starlink satellite technology. Virgin O2 Media is partnered with Starlink, the satellite internet, to deliver. Starlink's network consists of 600 LEO of messaging and data services. Initially, satellite will support messaging and data, allowing users to send text and access essential apps like maps, location services. Future enhancements, while voice calls will not be supported at launch, there are plans to test internet-based calling like WhatsApp. There you go. See, you can use WhatsApp or Telegram or something. You can use that. They're talking about the first half of 26, which this is. The service aims to expand Virgin Media O2 landmass to coverage to 95% within a year of launch. Yeah. There you go. So, and then if you want you go to, if you go to O2's website here, I don't know if it's going to show us that because I hate this stupid share. Because if you go to another window, it doesn't let you do it. Okay. Oh, okay. Window. There we go. Okay.
What's waiting on Sam?
Or is it's not working. Okay. There we go. There we go. So so they have a website. So if you have O2, this is I'm not.
So it won't be. So I don't know for sure all the pricing yet. Well, I do, but I don't know if I should say yet until it's fully announced. But it is going to be available to some plans already, like a premium plan that people have got.
Right.
But people that want it as a bolt-on, it's only going to be like a 30-day rolling thing, so you're not tied in, which is great, and it's going to be cheap, like much cheaper than I thought it was going to be, because apparently in the US it's like between $10 and $20. We're talking much cheaper than that in the
maybe
UK.
$5 or $6 in the UK. That'd be kind of nice.
Maybe less.
So that's maybe less. Maybe like $2 or $3. Joe knows he can't say because he, whatever. He's.
I mean, I don't know if I'm meant to be even talking about it, but I mean, it's available there. It's coming soon.
What are you talking about? It's right here on the website. Anybody in the UK, there's this thing called the internet. I'm sure you've all have heard of it. You should check that out. And
if they're watching us right now, they're on the internet.
Right, exactly. But I'm just saying, it's not like this is not like code word shit. I mean, it's literally right here on the goddamn internet. If you want to look it up, here's what O2's got going on. It's coming soon. You can get some updates. You can become a pioneer.
Do you like the visuals?
I think the visuals are great. Cool, that's O2. It's like all around the country. Although this part is not inside the circle. Not inside the circle.
Do you know what's funny about that? Because that's probably the part that needs it.
I was gonna say these people up here are probably the ones that are kind of
need it most out of everyone.
Right, exactly. And I don't know where the Isle of Man is. Is that what this is? I don't know where that's at. Is that here? I can't tell. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. All I know is the O2 is cool, and you can become a pioneer, and it gives some information about you can register for updates. Only select devices will be compatible. So realize it sounds like it's like device based. So if you got some old ass, if you got some if you're holding on to your fucking LG V60. Ain't gonna work with that.
Not gonna do it.
That's not gonna work. Apparently, it's probably the ones that are popular in the shop. If I'm a betting man, it's probably gonna be one of these.
Yeah,
Phonesy's here, right? Because that's how these companies get down. Because remember, this isn't Starlink. This is O2. Chances are, if you don't have one of these phones, well, you probably. I think the iPhone 16s will probably be okay. Maybe 15s, but these are the most popular.
So yeah.
But if you got if you get the OG Fold. You might be out of luck. So anyways, check that out. That might be pretty cool. And if you're an O2 customer, this might be something that you're into. And if you're not an O2 customer and you want to get on this, maybe this is the time you switch and go to O2 if that really works for you.
This is not Sam, this is the thing, right? That as far as I know, they're going to be doing an option for people that aren't with O2. So like if they want to opt in for it, they can. which is pretty
so
cool.
How they can have another carrier and then opt into O2's and run O2 satellite on it. Oh, there you go. I
noticed T-Mobile in the US do this, so
okay.
which was quite intriguing for me because they mentioned this, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool because we should be offering out because although it's not exclusive, the way the tech works, it kind of is until they change the tech.
Right.
That makes
well,
sense.
The one good thing is the fact that that gives. And here's the thing: the fact that O2 is willing to do that, you may be able to get some customers that are willing to transition. Maybe they're not happy with their
I guess that's the idea,
or whatever carrier. Maybe like, oh, this O2 is offering this kind of process and it's really cheap. Maybe I should switch to O2, or vice versa. If other companies do it, they'll switch to EE from O2 because it's you can get this. It's good. Excuse me. It's good to have just because satellite coverage, cellular coverage isn't always 100%. Even in the UK, it's pretty good, not great. Not 100% great, and you need to have that peace of mind. If it's a couple of extra quid a month, just to make sure no matter where you go, at least you have, because there are places when I'm driving in, where we're going on our RV trips or whatever, caravan trips and whatever, there are places even just in Missouri where I go and it's like you have no cell service at all. It's just like a dead zone.
If I was going on a holiday to like Cornwall, for example, I'd probably put it on that month. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what's the beauty of it. It's a 30-day rolling, so you could just do it for that month and then cancel it after.
Right. So it sounds good. But honestly, if you do a lot of traveling, or it's just good, if it's only £2 a month, why not just keep it on? That way you don't have to worry about turning it on, turning it off. Right. Or if you just want to have the peace of mind of knowing no matter where I go, at least I can at least get a text message or at least get location services.
More than likely,
mapping. Then it's as a safety thing for $2 or $3 or $4 a month, I would just keep it on my bill and I wouldn't even worry about signing up and signing out of it. I mean, if you're busting your balls for £2, I don't think you need a cell phone. For the service.
Ask to Andrew's question. It's when you've got no connection at all. So if there's some kind of connection there, the satellite won't kick in. There'll also be like a buffer zone, very small buffer zone in between. So it really is for them more remote areas that aren't getting any connection.
Well, and I don't know. And now this is the question, Andrew. So do you ever travel in areas where you get absolutely no service at all? Like there are places, even in Missouri, I've gone, where it's places. You might go like 4 or 5 miles in these dead areas where there's just no service at all. Fuck all.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what network you're with. There's some places where you don't get anything.
Right. And so this will kind of help bridge that gap. So at least you'll have some. And now you can't go crazy with it, but at least it'll give you communications. You can maybe possibly make a phone call through a phone service, but at least it gives you text messages. So in case you are stranded, in case you are stuck. Now, granted, I think this is more for emergency services. It's really
mostly,
not for. Yeah. It's that way. If you're driving around or you're walking around, you hit a dead zone, you can at least get help.
If you're lost,
chances are, if you're traveling through the countryside, you're going to be in these spots where it goes shitty for a couple of miles, but then you're going to be back to cell phone service. This is for people who literally cannot get, and that goes to show you that those people, if they aren't getting 4G or 5G service, they're probably not getting internet service. So the only thing they have is Starlink because they're living out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like I'm not that bad. I'm semi-rural, but not like crazy. So kind of nice. Some parts of Australia need a satellite phone. Oh, shit. Well, of course. I mean, and do they just hand those out? Because usually military people have sat phones. I don't know. Maybe they do in the UK.
See, surely Starlink could hit in Australia. Surely.
Sure. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yep. Even Tasmania.
I know Japan.
In Japan, Japan is a yes.
Japan are always there.
South Korea is a yes. Ironically, North Korea is a no. Yeah, who knew? And surprisingly, I know this is going to shock everybody. They don't get any Starlink in China. There's no Starlink.
You know why? In North Korea, they've got their own Starlink.
They got their own Starlink. It's called Starlink. Kinda. It's called Temu. That's what it's called. It's called Temu. Temu China.
Starlink.
It's Temu Starlink. I don't know. But yeah, so no Starlink in India apparently. No Starlink in India.
Russia. Starlink.
Nice. Love it. Gotta love it. Anyway, so if you're in Australia, you're good. If you're in New Zealand, you're good. If you're in Papua New Guinea, you're kind of not good. But in Indonesia, you're good. And pretty much anywhere in Southeast Asia, you're kind of fucked. Ironically, Bangladesh has it. Okay, sure. That's cool.
Big market.
Anyway, yeah. No Saudi Arabia. The kingdom doesn't have it, so it's Iraq. The only people in the Middle East who have it apparently is Jordan and Israel. Gaza does not have it, and neither does the West Bank. Anyway, moving on. Let's just keep going. Anyway, so there we go. That's about as close as we're gonna get. That's about as close as we're gonna get to anything political on the show. It's just like I'm just looking at coverage map, and I was like, Starlink's not available, so I might check it out.
Cool that these satellites are just orbiting above us.
Right,
must be shitloads of them.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've been launching satellites since Sputnik, right? So I mean, satellites. Yeah, I mean, there's probably tens of thousands up there in low Earth orbit, higher orbit, or whatever. So who's
knows up there? Yeah,
must be metric fuck tons of satellites out there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you're thinking about, if you're in a situation now, if you're like me, if I actually had access to fiber, I would just have that. I would just I would just have, but have gigabit speed or whatever, and I'd pay that money. But for people who can't get it, this is kind of cool. I know this is a real problem.
How much does gig speed cost where you are?
Well, I don't know.
Roughly, like you sort of average.
I think my buddy who lives in Festus, which is about 15, 20 miles away, I think he has, I think it's Charter. Oh no, it's Spectrum. I'm sorry, it's Spectrum. I think he says he gets close to a gig. It's like 780, 800 meg. And I think he said he paid $80, $80 to $90 a month. Oh, dude, if it was $100 a month and I could get that kind of speed, fucking take all my money. So, I'll sell blood plasma. I'll have a bake sale, something.
So Virgin Media at the moment with Netflix included, it's $29.99.
Oh wow! Yeah,
gig speed.
No, yeah, not in the United States. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, right? So so who knows? Maybe Starlink becomes an option. I didn't even know residential. Again, I don't do a lot of the gaming online as far as like first person shooter gaming, but I pay $50 a month.
That's gig both ways,
That's a gig both up and down. A gig
up and down, yeah, nice.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that might be one of the reasons I'll visit the Netherlands. I may not live there because, but at least the internet speeds are dope. Dude, a gig down and a gig up. That's bonkers, dude. That's fucking crazy.
It's nice, isn't it?
UFiber are doing 900 megabits for 30 quid. Fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Okay, this is depressing me. I gotta move on.
Come to the UK, Sam, and get some good.
Come to the UK. Well, I've got the right car. I mean, I'll just go to Oxford. I'll just go live in Oxford or Liverpool, so that I can really work on my. Because if I told you if I did go to Liverpool, I'd be all in on the Scouse. I would just lean into it. It'd take me years though, but I could do it.
Mate, if you was listening to it 24/7, I think you'd struggle. Like you'd want to go back home.
Yeah. Well, probably not. But anyway, up and down. That's uploads. Yeah, if you have a gig upload, fuck yeah. I can imagine at a gig speed, uploads are probably pretty good.
That's why Jermaine's uploading so many videos all the time.
That's right.
Great content.
And watch those videos that he uploads because it's really, really good. Through Jermaine's Lens. Check that shit out. Go ahead and subscribe to it. All right. So we don't have, I guess, anything going on this week as far as I guess phone launches. Who did
how long is it till MWC?
I have no clue. Let's look it up. Why don't you Google that shit and find out what it is?
Why don't we look?
I know Adam Matlack said there was another thing he was getting, but I think he said SAO or SEO or I don't know. And how much is
2nd of March to the 5th of March?
Oh shit, yeah. Well, we got 2 weeks then. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. So MWC, Mobile World Congress is pretty good. I think that's going to be a good thing. Although I don't know. Do you honestly is there anything that hasn't been leaked that we don't know about yet?
Yeah, that's the thing. So much leaks nowadays. It's mad, isn't it?
Right. Oh, I did see. Oh, did you see the new colorway for the Titan, the new Titan phone? The Unihertz Titan, the one that's really cool.
The Elite.
The Elite, yeah. Do you see it was like a kind of like a bronze-ish kind of color, copper color?
I haven't seen
that. Dude, I was like, yeah.
Shows. I know it's a lot thinner and it looks nice.
Is it called the Elite or is it the Ultra? Okay, Elite.
Definitely Elite.
Here it is. Okay, cool. I just want the images. I don't want to play somebody else's video. No. Well, I just don't. I'm an asshole.
No.
It's fine. Oh man, what the fucking shit?
Oh, the Unpacked, of course, is 25th.
Not it.
Sam doesn't care about Samsung, which is funny because his name's in their name. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. So let's share. Is it yeah, okay. So it looks like this. I think it's kind of cool. It's like looks like a copper.
We did karaoke once, didn't we? And Samsung.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, so it looks like a kind of a copperish kind of color, but I guess the back is still black.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that image. Yeah, so there's two different colors.
Yeah, I saw it on Adam's channel. He just happened to do a little quick a short. I was like, that's kind of cool. It gives you a little bit of an option.
That's different. Or is it copying iPhone?
Well, I don't think so.
Orange is the trend color. Remember when green was the trend color?
Right. I don't think this is. I don't know about this. I mean, I'm glad they're offering different colors because I'm always about, offering the different colors. But I don't really know if I really care.
I need to have a look a bit closer up.
Yeah, I don't know. So many. Yeah, but it takes so long to make them. Well, I mean, first world problems, dude. I mean, I get it. It's okay. But he does make great videos, and check those out. And exactly 2 weeks tomorrow. You're right. That's right, Jimmy. 2 weeks tomorrow. Samsung Unpack is February 21st, which is also Luis's birthday. So happy birthday on the 25th to Luis early. We're going to go and celebrate by mentioning that 10 days early that you should check that out. Not only Samsung. So while you're watching Samsung Unpacked, what you really should be thinking is, hey, it's Luis's birthday. You should give him a message. Tell him you said happy birthday. I think it's his 23rd or 4th. I don't know. I don't know how old Luis is, but I think it's happy 24th birthday, Luis. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. So scam's gone. Yeah, you know what? I know, but they do some pretty good stuff. Apple does some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, these companies, they do pretty good shit. The fact that, you're not making your own phone. Yeah, they are. And you're not. And so that's why I take what they give me. And there's a lot of options, especially on the Android side, but even on the iOS side, they do pretty good stuff. The technology, I mean, considering the fact that 15 years ago, I mean, do we want to look at phones that were released around 2010, 2011? I mean, yeah, folks. The fact that I think a lot of people really take for granted. Now, granted, the prices are a little higher, but I don't know. And those 15-year-old dollars, I think phones were still kind of expensive back then. I mean, hell, if you go back and look at some of those old 486 and 386 computers back in the day that were running IBM's OS2 Warp. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember OS2 Warp, folks. Yeah, that's an IBM OS. You can Google it. Anyways, back then computers were like $4,000 and $5,000, and that was $4,000 or $5,000 in $1980 or $1985. That's like $14,000. It's
the year
crazy.
I was born.
Yeah, things are a little crazy, and so technology has always been expensive for cutting edge technology at the time. I would argue that if we would have gone back to 2010, Joe and Sam, and say, hey, by the way, in 15 years, not only going to have these kinds of phones, but you're going to have phones that not only fold, but fold twice into like a tablet. I think you would have said, that's crazy shit you're talking about. You're from the year 3027, not 2027, right? Or whatever. What are you talking about? It's pretty crazy how far we gone. We have the ultras, we have flips, right? We have satellite internet. Like that's a thing. I mean, go back. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when like home computers first started to become in your home. That if you had a computer, you had to either be at work or you had to be kind of a rich person. Like rich people had computers at their house, and they were pretty minimal. Like I remember the hard drive being like 512 meg. That was the hard drive space, 512. You got apps on your phone that are 15 times that, and then some of your banking apps. If you look at Bank of America, it's like probably 200 meg file, and that goddamn thing is be half the hard drive of a desktop computer back then.
Time flies,
it's crazy. And so, I think at the end of the day, yeah, we can sit here and we complain about like phones and tech, but this is the first time I can remember last couple of years where you can get a really good phone for $400. like a phone that would pretty much check 90% of what you're looking to do, like the Samsung's A series phones, anything that Moto's got, like the G series, like the G Power, the G Stylus, right? All these other phones, Nothing phone is supposed to be like the original Nothing phones were budget. Kind of, I mean, Apple doesn't exactly make a budget device, but you can get phones that are a little bit more affordable. The fact that you can sit here and you can get all this kind of tech for literally
it's compute power.
It's compute power. And then the fact that the trifold 2700, well, I mean, that's bleeding edge technology. I mean, nobody else has got that except Huawei. And if you do buy it in China, great. And if you buy it in the United States or anywhere else, it's not going to work the best way. So this is really the first trifold that most people can get their hands on. And is that the future? I don't know. I don't think that's the form factor. Whatever happened to rollables? That's kind of just died with LG, right?
Yeah, there's always concepts, though, weren't they? They never actually came out, did they?
Yeah, I don't know if that's really, is that something? And I wonder if somebody's really going to want to try that, because I think LG would have tried that, because I mean, hell, they had the wing, right? They had dual screen cases, so I think if anybody would have gave it a shot, it would probably been LG.
But this more moving parts, isn't it? That's the problem.
Well, yeah, exactly, and also it's just. I don't know. I would just think it's kind of interesting that, that technology kind of died. And I don't know if LG wanted to, but again, that's what happens when LG drops out, now HTC drops out, and all these other companies drop out. It just kind of stinks, man. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Some technologies mature and some don't. I mean, HD DVD lost to Blu-ray, Betamax launched to VHS. It's just kind of the way it is, right? It's just the way of the world, my friend. So I don't know. And at the end of the day, we'll see. So the MWC is coming up. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if there's anything that's going to come out that's really going to blow my mind away, just because now we're getting to the point where you don't need the trade shows anymore, because most of the time, by the time you get to a trade show, anything that's going to be announced, it's already been leaked or accidentally leaked. Purposely leaked, right? By Concepts. Yes, you did hear your name, and he changed to his Concepts creator. That's on the other website, because he's got a bunch, folks. That's how Jermaine gets down. He likes to spread the wealth. So again, through Jermaine's lens, and if you want to reach to him, there's Concept Creator. He still has that, but
he has both channels, doesn't he? Still,
yes, both channels, and you did. So yes, technically you did. There are Concepts that is in his name on this YouTube channel handle. So that is true. You did hear that. You aren't hearing things. Good ears. That means Jermaine's paying attention. Why he's paying attention, I still haven't figured that out. Why he keeps coming back to this awfulness that is the Nomad Tech project.
Or is he though? Coming back. He's got question mark. He's like, did I hear Concepts? He's not sure. He's not fully paying attention.
He did hear it. He's just trying to be like, did I hear somebody calling me? You are here. Yes, sir. So at the end of the day, we'll see how it goes. I don't really I don't know what else to talk about. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of we're not in a lull. We're kind of we're just waiting for MWC unpacked. But I think the X26s are going to come out. I mean, and most of the people
X26 range. I've spoken to you about the privacy thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did. You mentioned it last week. The privacy thing. Yeah. Do we have more information about it?
No, I've not seen any more. Because that's one thing I'm really intrigued to see the ins and outs of how that's going to work on the device. Because that does really interest me. But the fact, we always say that Samsung don't innovate, and that is really something they've innovated with and bring into a product.
I'm just curious how it's going to be with like the selective or targeted. That's where I'm more curious, because it's not the whole screen, right? They're going to have like spots that are going to be like blacked out, redacted.
It does look like redacted, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. And I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, there's a lot of things that have been redacted lately. That becomes a thing.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about it. I'm just saying, but I'm curious how the technology knows what to redact in the UI, and it's dynamic. That's cool. Like, I really think that's kind of interesting.
Like code written into that, and it's impressive. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's obviously they're going to be their apps and their stuff, I can imagine.
Well, yeah, I think part of it's just because they want to they control the code base, right? So they want to get it to work.
I mean, I guess they probably worked with things like Instagram and maybe like some mainstream apps.
I don't. Again, I'm curious to see. Well, and that's what we always get, right? So we get these secondary screens or rear screens or whatever. Like, oh, these companies, these developers can hook in APIs to leverage this, and they never do. None of them ever do, right? It's just like, oh, it works on these 5 apps, and that's the only 5 apps it's ever going to work on. This is just the way it's going to be.
Oh,
let's go back. I'm going to go back to Luis's comment.
Exciting.
Yeah, people call me Aishi about it. Yeah, loves all tech. Yeah, again. Now I think there becomes a delineation here, right? So with anybody, although it seems to live more in the iPhone space and not the Android space, but we do have plenty of people who are completely toxic on the Android side, I would guess. But again, it seems to me that I know Luis is not this way. He loves all tech. He's wide open. He happens to use iPhones. I know he kind of leans that way. And we've been on conversations before where he really likes and to be fair, I like the Apple ecosystem. I just don't want to get involved in it because I know if I get involved in it, then I'm going to be kind of down that path. I do have an iPhone. It's my work device. It is what it is. I think where we kind of get into it is people, I think, sometimes get irrationally wrapped up in the fact that they're defending Samsung or Apple or Google, or it becomes irrational, and the arguments become personal and become rooted not in objective reality. It becomes more of like, well, if you're attacking my phone, then you're attacking me. And I don't think that's the case. Although some people might be attacking you because you have an iPhone. And I can tell you right now, if you have an Android device and you are, over the age of 25 or 30, there are plenty of examples of people kind of looking down upon you socially because you have an Android device. And I just think that's crazy to me. I listen to those. It's just like, that shows you how completely insulated and stupid we are as a human being and society and just humanity in general. That literally that's the thing. That's definitely from a position of technological privilege.
It's an interesting point, Sam. Like the devices are expensive, right? And if
they are.
If you put a load of money on a device and then someone says to you it's shite, I guess it kind of is personal in a sense. It shouldn't be taken personally. You should just brush it off. But I can understand why some people get upset. Do you know what I mean? Because you've just spent over $1,000 on the device, and then someone says, "Oh, that's shit. You shouldn't have wasted your money." They've had to work hard for that. So from that point of view, you can see how some people can get upset. You shouldn't though. Just say, "You don't know what you're talking about, you idiot." Just brush it off.
Or just I hate going back to the analogy of a vehicle, but like I said, that's the other thing too. It's like, just because you bought a specific kind of car, that, who knows? I mean, and then some cars definitely have, if you buy a Corolla, obviously it has a different socioeconomic understanding than a G-Wagon, right? Clearly, it's not the same car. People who can afford a G-Wagon probably could afford a Corolla, but aren't buying a Corolla. And people who have a Corolla may be able to afford a G-Wagon or a high-end Mercedes or a car that's $100,000, but they choose not to spend the money just because they're like, hey, look, for me, the vehicle is really more about transportation, and I'm more care about reliability, and I care more about, just getting back and forth to work as a daily driver. I really don't have to flex, and I don't really need anything like that because if it's more expensive, it's hard to maintain or replace parts and service. So there's a bunch of reasons why. And some people, I had and I will tell you the story. It's just hilarious. I have a friend of mine who clearly is not poor. He has his own, He does consulting work. He clearly has, I don't know how much money he has, but it's definitely in the 7-figure neighborhood as far as, he's okay. He drives, last time I talked to him, which was a year ago, he was driving a 2018 Toyota Camry SE. That's what he was driving.
Doesn't mean much to me.
It's a sedan that you could buy. It's affordable for you. It's like it's an older car. It's paid off. He paid. Well,
that's why he's rich.
He bought it. No, I don't think that's why he's rich.
I'm joking
because he could have enough money where he could buy a McLaren, He could buy one, and then he might actually own one. I don't know. I haven't talked to him that much about it. But he goes, at the end of the day, it really, if I buy a Corolla, and what is he? I think he buys those cars and Camrys. He buys them because people automatically assume that if he's getting that, nobody's going to think that he is the company person he has or the consultant he is or how much money he has. If you drive around and you have a Murcielago, if you have a Lamborghini or you have a McLaren or you have one of those, I'll tell you right now, if I had enough money, I'd buy the Rimac Nevera, the fucking car that.
What phone has he got?
Oh, he has an iPhone.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. And it's not because he's rich. It's just because he doesn't really care about phones. He's like the most like, I care about my job and I don't really give a shit. I mean, I upgrade my phone every couple of years or so.
He doesn't sound like a guy who's bothered about like the latest and greatest and just does it for what works for him type of
thing. And a lot of the people that I know that they're on that upper end of the spectrum as far as salary, they really don't care that much. They don't have to flex for you because they don't give a shit. They know what they're doing and he's fine. But it's just funny because he laughs at me. He goes, man, I could, and he's offered to buy me phones. Like he's offered to say, hey man, I can buy you whatever you want. I go, I know, but it's the same reason why I don't want you to do that. It's the same reason why you don't buy cars. He could buy whatever car he wants. He could literally walk in, probably buy a G-Wagon and just pay literally cash for it. You issue a cashier check and walk out the door. Right. And I'm here stressing about a trip to Hawaii and he could probably buy the fucking island or close to it. Right. I don't think it's that bad. Let's just be real. Yeah. Well, get what I'm saying though. He doesn't really stress about that kind of stuff. And I think at the end of the day, it's, it's what you like. If it's right now we've gotten to the point with phones, you're used to what you're used to. That's why Becky won't switch. It's not because she doesn't think the Android. I mean, I've showed her some of the foldables. Like I showed her my Z Fold. She thinks it's cool. She goes, that's kind of cool. But for her, it's like, but I could switch to Android, but then I have to relearn all that stuff. And then I don't have iMessage with my parents. I don't have iMessage with my, or just, I don't want to learn a new thing. Like, I don't care to learn a new thing. I know what this does. I know if I buy an iPhone, she has a 16 now. She'll probably get the 19 or 20, right? That's just how she is. At the end of the day, it just really doesn't matter.
3-year cycle is good, I think. I think that's really
good. She's actually closer to a 4 or 5 year cycle. And really, she would have kept the iPhone 12 if the battery would have been okay. And we even considered just, going and getting the battery replaced. She would have kept the iPhone 12. It was in good shape. She's, she doesn't drop her phones very often. She doesn't, she takes good care of her stuff. But to her, it just doesn't matter.
This is something I'm seeing. People are starting to keep hold of their phones again longer. That's something I'm noticing, definitely, which is a good thing, really.
It's a bad thing if you're a company. I mean, and that's the reason.
Company, yeah,
right. But and I think that's why they make
it's a good thing.
The environment. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for consumers because they're going to spend. Well, it's great for consumers because they can save more of their money. They don't have to keep spending these endless cycles of money. But at the end of the day, I think that's part of the reason why appliances don't last as long. I mean, if you would have bought an appliance 20, 30 years ago. I mean, we just replaced our washer and dryer, and the one we had were made tags. I think they were probably, I think Becky bought them 20 years ago. And some of these appliances don't. First of all, they save money by two things. If they make them cheaper and faster with less reliable materials, it saves them money on the manufacturing part.
Yeah, of course.
And also they fail faster, right? My parents have. And I'm not kidding you. They have a blender, and I swear to God, it's probably from 1960 or 70. It's green, right? It's like a mixer,
yeah,
and it works perfectly fine. That thing's it's got an old cord. You're fucked up. You got old shit when you have a fabric cord, where it's like fabric power cord. That's old school. It's got to be at least 35, 40 years old, probably more.
Like you get on an iron,
right? Exactly. I come on iron. But at the end of the day, it's like, but now if you buy a blender, that shit's going to last 15, 20 years because companies figured out if you buy a blender or if you buy a refrigerator or a stove or washer and dryer, they have these things called air conditioning units, and they don't have them in the UK, but they have in the United States. Yeah. If they fail within a 5 to 8 year range, then also make them to the point where they're disposable. Right? Don't make them repairable, right? Make them disposable. That means like when our dishwasher, right? We had a guy come look at it, started leaking after 4 years. partly because we have hard water, but also partly because. And he said, well, you could spend $600 to repair this part, and then it may work for a while.
But you might as well buy a new machine.
I mean, but right now, if you spend $650, $700, you can spend another $200 and get a brand new one. So even like we talk about things being
disposable, I've heard that so many times from a repairman. Like
it's crazy.
You just buy a new machine.
and then the problem is that's what it is. And then the companies want you to buy new ones. So that's just kind of the way it is, right? And I think phones are in the same boat. I think that they do. I think they do throttle older devices. I think there is a planned obsolescence, but also just because of the way software works. It's some of the software versions. I mean, I have an old, like, my BlackBerry Key 1, which I have in the drawer somewhere in here. I think I'm just gonna reach for it.
Just quickly, while you're reaching in your drawer, on that note, like these phones with 7 years of updates, we don't know what it's going to look like in 7 years. Do you know what I mean? Where software's going to go, and whether that, and whether the hardware is going to support it, and
like here's my Key 1, right? It works perfectly fine. It's the problem is the processor is so garbage. Shit doesn't even run.
That's definitely out of support.
Oh yeah, but the problem is it's running Android 6, and the problem is all of the apps have now.
What was that one called?
It's 6. Gingerbread, maybe. I don't know. Nougat, possibly. Yeah, which Android 6.0? What is that? I think it's
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow. Okay, a little older, a little newer. So anyway. But it still powers, it turns on, but the problem is all the apps that I really need, it won't run anymore because they've done software updates, right? So the thing is, it's not so much that I don't care about the security patches, but the problem is the actual Android apps, they don't go back that far. And the one I actually found an APK for an old version of a 5.0 version of my banking app. And it installed, but the banking app threw an error because it says because this is so old, it couldn't support authentication, and not even just like
I wouldn't do that anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's the problem. I don't think these companies necessarily engineer them. I just think after a while you have situations where the phone just doesn't. The software updates are so past. It's like, well, if you have Android 8 or older, it just won't work, and that's fine. I don't think you should have a phone make it last, but like, what am I gonna do with all this shit? Right? I can't sell it to anybody. And I've got.
Well,
that,
I can say you can make a little Sam museum. Tech Project Museum.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Out in Missouri, and if anyone goes out and visits, you can come and see.
If you're ever in the Missouri area, right? So I've got that. Right,
you'll just charge your bucks to get in.
I still got this, which I argue is still my favorite phone of all time.
And it's a lot of people's as well.
And that's my wife and I.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, that's from our wedding day. As a matter of fact, that's me and that's lovely. That's lovely, right? Yeah, nice. And it still powers up, and it still works, and I still remember
nice screen.
I love this phone, dude. It's great. And also this interface.
You could have got a more exciting color though.
Oh yeah, well I had the Hulk green, and I dropped it, and the funny thing is I dropped it on the ground and it didn't crack the screen. I was like, oh, okay, well I'm okay. And then I went like this to put it in my back pocket. I went like this, and the fucking screen went. It just shattered like 1,000. So I sold it to a guy. This is years ago, and he wanted the Hulk green. So it's just a black one. And the Hulk green was an AT&T exclusive. But what's funny is, if you still use this phone, it still works. I can still go to, Pandora. I still have Pandora. I don't know if it it boots up. Holy shit. Check that out. Yeah. I don't know if it'll play. Not playing. Okay.
Not playing.
Probably not. Oh, Pandora. Check your network connection. That's probably dead. But I'm just telling you, man, this back in the day, I still, just love that. Anyway. So I got all these old devices and I can't do shit with them and whatever. It's fine.
They make you happy though, Sam. That's the main thing.
They make me happy, and they also make me sad because I'm like, I kind of liked it, right? But it's what it is. It's we have to move on, and unfortunately, even if we don't want to move on and we want to kind of stay to the nostalgic, the technology, the powers that be, they pull you through, right? They pull you through the tech, right? So again, still got my 2 O's. Extremeskins.co.uk. Right here.
Sam, on them old devices, has any of them got any battery swelling?
No. I've never had a device that battery swelled. And I've got one, an LG V60.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is.
I got that. I love that. And I've got the Wang. I love the Wang. The Wang. And I got my key 2, or key 1.
Did you say Wang?
Yeah, Wang. The Wang. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's just what it is. It's just a shame. I got all these cool old devices and I can't use them. I guess I could, but it's not good. At the end of the day, it's that's what I like about at least now they offer 7-year security support. Although somebody gave me on the OnePlus 15 I saw a creator, I can't remember who it was, and it doesn't really matter. I don't want to shit talk anybody.
I think it's great they offer it, but I don't really need it.
But he goes the problem is with the OnePlus, they're only.
Oh, Sam's froze in a very awkward position. Let me take a picture of that. That's brilliant. Wonderful. I'm going to have to send that to him now. Looks like he's doing his Trump impression. That's what the picture looks like. Or is it my internet that's gone down? I don't know. Can anyone tell us in the chat? Has Sam gone down? Has mine gone down?
No. Am I back?
You are. Look at this page.
Oh, shit. No, I'm taking the shit. That's what I'm doing.
Looks like you are, yeah.
Yeah, or I got trank darted in the ass. That's what it is. Perfect time.
God.
Anyway,
that's a classic, that one.
I know that. Thank you for memorializing that and taking a picture and keeping that forever.
Of course, if you don't take a picture, it doesn't last.
Right. Joe, your internet is good. Right.
Yes.
And Joe should host this shit. My internet, again, the last 2 shows, it's been like this. I don't know what's going on because normally I had a good streak where for 5 or 10 shows, I was actually pretty good. And then it just went.
I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't get that shot otherwise.
Right. Joe's internet is good. And that when Luis says that, he's like, and Sam's internet is pants. That's what it is, right? It's pants. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. Anyway, so I get it. I don't know. The last couple of weeks, it's just been not great. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. It is utterly,
What's the weather like today?
Weather is actually very good in St. Louis. The weather
here, it just hasn't stopped raining every bloody day. It's depressing. I know how Jimmy feels in Northern Ireland now. It's like
I don't know.
It just won't stop.
You know where you live.
No, I mean
right
in the UK. Sometimes it stops though, right?
I assume so because if not, it'd be it wouldn't be an island. It'd just be the ocean. I get exactly. It, but
that's what it feels like it's gonna.
I'm just saying, but I mean, it's kind of funny that somebody in the UK is complaining about the fact that it rains and the weather is shit all the time. I don't know what it is. Is it because of where it's at geographically? Because there are other islands that are in the north that does it. What is it with the UK and the rain? I don't understand it, man. It's it just sucks. I mean,
do you know? I don't mind rain when it hasn't got wind with it. When it's got wind with it, blowing it in your face.
Yeah.
And there's that chill. Oh, that's when it's just
right.
Horrible.
Well, the funny thing is, and think about it this way though. I don't think the UK really ever discusses having droughts. There are no droughts in the UK.
That's in the summer. Warming. We do sometimes in the summer.
Well, maybe in the summertime it gets a little weird where it doesn't rain a lot.
We've had hose pipe bans.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, it rains a lot in the UK, and it's hopefully it rained all day yesterday. But that was the first time it actually rained. It wasn't snow in about about a month. And then it rained pretty good, so that was nice. Obviously, the grass is dead because it's winter, so it didn't really do anything for they need it. We need the rain because it's so good for the plants and the flowers, and the grass needs it.
Well, it is good for that. Yeah.
It is good. It's dead. It's because it's not spring. But at the end of the day, oh, dude, it looks like, and it's funny. My tidbit died over there too, so that router must have totally shit the bed. So I'll have to restart.
Yeah, could you switch then?
That's why I can switch. Anyway, so. I don't know. It's actually weather's pretty nice today, and Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl. That was cool. Yeah, really wasn't competitive, although
I see the highlights, and it was
the game sucked. First of all, neither one of those quarterbacks were very good. I mean, Drake May just looked terrible, and that's a defense. But
Who's the
Sam
Williams
Darnold,
guy?
Sam
Williams
Darnold didn't look good either.
Williams had a good game. Was that his name? Williams?
Yeah, the running back. Oh, dude, that guy's a hoss. I love that.
Yeah.
Dude. I love
Yeah,
running
he had a
backs.
great
I
game,
love when
yeah.
running backs take over games. I love running football. Passes are great. It's fun.
I don't know much about football, but it seemed like a very defensive.
Yeah, it was not a very good game. I mean, it wasn't exciting. And both quarterbacks played like shit. And I mean, that doesn't mean they're bad quarterbacks. They just, and I think it's his first. I think he's overwhelmed. It's his first championship. He'll be back, I guess, but I don't know. Just, I mean, I thought it was a good game because it was defensive.
He didn't get much protection.
No, and honestly, the Seattle defense is pretty good. I don't know if it's that good. I think it's because you got two rookies on that left side blocking for Drake May that aren't very. I mean, they're rookies. What are they going to do, right? But I do like the running play. I like running backs. I like defensive games. I like running plays. I don't like the passing so much. When you have a good running game, when you can run the football effectively, and you can bring the four linemen, if you can bring pressure and get to the quarterback and really disrupt all their shit, that's going to be a long fucking day for you. If you can't block the first four guys coming in, they don't even need to. The problem is because if you got those four guys, you have 8 guys that can drop back and do coverage. They don't blitz a lot and do shit, so they can sit back and just kind of let those front four just disrupt the shit out of all that. You got all these guys sitting back just going, you got 7 guys just playing coverage, right?
We
need to go fund for Sam's internet. No, we do not need that. I'll just get my own. I do appreciate Luis. God love you. If don't send me any money, I'm going
to use that picture like I took earlier. Go fund me. Get this guy good internet.
Do you have to play like sad music? Like violin.
Yeah.
You see this person? He's a sad fuck. He needs the internet. He has a podcast.
This is him taking a shit on his podcast.
It's not very good. And you see what happened the last time? Somebody broke into his house and shot him in the ass with a tranquilizer dart. We need to stop that. If you could find a way, just for $29 cents a day, you could save this poor podcast from itself. And after you can actually spend another actual 20 extra cents a day, you can actually get them some content that's relevant that they can talk about and be entertaining as well. But anyway, let's just talk about the internet. Let's get them taken care of. So I need all that shit, dude. No money. There's no charity here. I do appreciate it though. And like I said, again, up until the last 2 shows, internet's been pretty okay.
You'll be all right when you come.
Hasn't been okay the last couple of shows.
There's no video involved, so you'll be all right.
Right. Hopefully. And now here's the thing I was going to ask. And for me, that's going to be, so when does that show record? It's like, is it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Is it an afternoon show? When you guys record that? We
normally go around 7:45, but I mean, we can probably change the time if you need us to a bit.
No, 8 o'clock is what, 2 o'clock my time?
Yeah.
It's 2 o'clock my time, and it's a Monday, right?
Yeah. So if you needed to go later, or
I'll just take time off. I'll take it. I'll tell my boss I got something I gotta do. I gotta leave at 2 o'clock. I'll work from home.
About 1:45 we normally go.
That's fine. I'll make it work.
Just let us know if you need to change it.
No, I don't want you going off that late. That's fine. No. So again, that is going to be. I believe that's the first. Is that the first Monday? Is it the 2nd? Or is it the 9th of March? That Monday. I can't remember.
No, I thought you were 2nd or 12th.
I think it's the 2nd.
Yeah, it's got a 2 in it.
The 2nd.
I know that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It can't be the 12th because the 12th is the goddamn Thursday. So it has to be the 2nd. Okay, March 2nd. So, and then I was in the MeWe group talking a bunch of trash. No, I made a statement. I'm just saying, hey, everybody, I'm going to be on the show March 2nd. You should probably check that out. It's going to be a pretty good show. Again, can I back up that bullshit? Not probably. It's still going to suck. Although I do like the fact that you guys are kind of letting the guests kind of like really kind of talk a lot and drive. That's kind of cool. I do like that.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. It just makes me wonder. I'm going to have stuff to talk about. I don't know. Everybody.
Sam, you don't struggle for that, mate.
No, I never have a problem with words. The problem I have with is keeping people listening to the words that I say. Because again, most of those people
are going to have enough listening to us, so you're doing something right.
And the funny thing is that that's going to be a different kind of group of people that listen. And I don't think all those people listen to the show, and they're going to be. And I've been on the PSC, I think twice.
Yeah.
So I've been on there twice, and I got actually, Steve was actually pretty. I thought Steve would kind of give me the business because I think Steve sometimes. I think I come off as a prototypical American to Steve, and I guess it is okay because I guess I am an American and I've been here my whole life.
You're
try
American.
not to be. Yeah, I know. New, right? I know.
I thought you was Italian with your name.
Yeah, I am, but apparently it's I still live in the United States. Whatever. And so hopefully when I have more of a chance to talk, I'll try to keep it. I'm actually gonna for that show, I actually might prepare and have a couple things I definitely want to talk about. I know you guys have the app.
What app you're gonna do on the app? Yeah.
No, I'm not doing the rest of me because I think I've already done that before. But I think it's a good app.
Not on PSC, you haven't.
No, not on PSC. Oh, I haven't. Okay, I might use that. I just don't want to like.
I think you should mention that one because I think
it's a really great one. I like it. But I'm trying to find another app that I really.
Yeah, we welcome more than one app, mate.
In case they go, oh yeah, we've heard of. Yeah, so it's gonna be good. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm kind of like, but that's a good show. I think Joe and Ted do a great job. I do like the fact that it's a little bit more structured than our show. So you kind of know what you're kind of getting into and what you kind of get. And they do have a really wide variety of the folks that come on that show as far as their experience. I mean, when they had a psychologist or psychiatrist on there or whatever, and then they got just regular dudes. I don't have any kind of that. I'm not a medical doctor, so I have no idea what I'm going to do. But it's I like your show. Yeah. And I do like the cadence, and I do like how it's structured, and you guys talk about news, and you kind of work into stuff. And I think it is. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm super looking forward to it. And honestly, I'm very humbled that they would have me on that show again. I really do like I do like being on shows.
Well, I did say to Ted, let's not do it, but he said he'd love to have you on. No joking.
I know. That guy, are you sure? Have you been
I can see you for 2 days in a row.
Oh yeah. I think there's more problems than the internet. I think there's a lot of other things. It's my speech cadence, looks. There's a lot of things going on that aren't really they're very suboptimal. It's probably a real thing. But anyway, I appreciate you. And I know, Luis, I know you're just giving me in trouble. He's not in the Matrix.
He said he loves you. It's all out of love.
Oh, I know. And Luis is a good dude. Like I said, I've been on chats with him. I like Luis. He's a good dude. And he does a good shot. I don't I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention. I haven't watched a lot. Again, I said I don't watch a lot of content. I just don't have the time.
When I do go on YouTube, I watch Beard Meets Food.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where Luis, when he was doing, I've been seeing some of the content he does provide. I like the fact that although I know he's an Apple guy, he doesn't bang the drum about it. Some of these creators with iPhones, I just can't. Dog time, man. I'm not even Mike. I don't give a shit.
That's all.
I have dogs. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, so
do you like dogs?
Do you like dogs? Yeah. Oh yeah, I like dogs. And apparently make a blade. Yeah. So we enjoy doing this, and so I just like having time with Joe because this is really the only time we get to really talk about tech. And we do talk throughout the week. I'm not muting. I don't know what's going on. Somebody must have came home right in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
And coming up the stairs right now in the middle of the show.
They're hungry, mate. They're hungry.
No, they're not.
Is it a 418?
There you go.
Always.
She gave me the 48. She gave me the 418. That was the statement. She gave it to me.
What's that mean?
I don't know what that means. I don't know. That means that she. Yeah.
I stayed away.
She stayed away until 418.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just glad that she gave it to me. That's very.
She gave you that grace period.
She gave me the grace period. That's her hand. Anyway, you know what? That's probably a good time to get out of here because I don't want to have any more time given to me because God forbid. God forbid.
Well, it has been 1 hour and 14 minutes.
It's 1 day a week for an hour and a half, and apparently that's too much in this household. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's cool. I guess I got some.
She'll unplug you, Sam. She'll unplug you.
You know what? She wouldn't be doing much better because the damn internet's not playing nice with me anyway. So probably her unplugging me would be pretty much exactly what's going on. So Anyway, Robotic Sam is back. Am I back? Am I robotic again? I don't know. Fuck, who cares?
It's all right. It goes with the theme of Nomad Tech Project.
Yeah,
Did you not know that Sam is actually a robot? He's not a real person.
No, that's not.
I should have filmed that.
No, you shouldn't have. That's why I got it in before you got your damn phone up. But hey, guess what? It's going to be recorded. You can probably download that.
Yeah,
and
you can download it.
You know what's funny? My luck would be that's where YouTube decides to get the damn screenshot. You know what's funny is it just like takes.
Well, is ever going to make it into shorts? That's the one I'm going to do.
Oh shit! Yeah, we should do the shorts. Oh no, it just picks some random clip out of like I guess this entire thing and just like I guess there's a way you could set it. I don't know if you can or not. I really don't care.
We still go both ways, Sam. This week we haven't, have we?
I don't. Well, I thought. Okay, so here's the thing about StreamYard that I noticed. First of all, we pay for this, and that's fine. But the one good thing is the developers of this app do a real good job of constantly adding features and stuff. But I did notice that. Wait a minute. I think.
Oh, I've noticed the stream this to your audience button. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so I enable that, so you could stream it. So if you had streaming to your screen on time YT, you could stream it actually to your channel. I don't know. Oh, there's a teleprompter now. Huh. You can jot down notes. Oh, that's kind of cool. I did notice that I turned it off because at one point I had this going on and then the vertical stream was on the same screen. So it was like me, it was us.
Oh, it's another frozen picture. Oh, it went.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I noticed that when I was doing the vertical 2, it was on both like at the same time. So it was 2 sets of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I turned it off, but I don't see it activated. I gotta mess with this. I don't really mess with this very often, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, we just appreciate everybody coming on the show, listening to the show, downloading it, and being cool fans of this, and being tech enthusiasts, and being tech humans, and putting comments in the chat. And I'm glad at least we made Louise laugh today.
Yep.
A lot of people, folks, that sometimes it's those little things. They just need those little things to get them through the day. They had a hard day at work. They had a hard day at class. They had a hard day at family. Or they just come here to look for something to kind of get their mind off of something other than the world we live in and talk about tech. And so we enjoy bringing that to you on a weekly basis. And we hate missing weeks, but sometimes that's just going to be inevitable.
That's it, Sam. Like, if you're having a hard week, just come and watch us, and you'll think, I'm not as bad as them guys.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, basically, they're thinking, yeah, my boss said I wasn't really hitting targets with performance. And yeah, I've had a bad week. And yeah, I'm really kind of down on my performance. And I look at these two Muppets, and I go, these two fuckers. If these assholes can have 157 shows on the internet and anybody listens to these stupid asses,
I've got hope.
I might have a chance. I've got hope. You're like, yeah, it's like watching people going, I have a bad situation this week, and yeah, it might be not great, but I could be these assholes, right? And then all of a sudden you feel better, right? And then you have a couple of cocktails, maybe an ice cream, a full English, and then you're right as rain, and you're back in, and you're ready to take the other week. And then at the end of the day, it's just like a cycle. And then you have a bad day, and then you go, well, I can't have those assholes got to actually come up with a show and come online and actually record. And Sam's internet sucks, so I mean, it could be that bad. At least my internet's pretty good. That poor bastard, can't even get reliable internet. So my life's pretty good. That's what I'm saying.
That's what we do.
Silver linings, folks. Life's about a silver lining. And we do it, and we sacrifice for you. And we love it. It's a sacrifice of love. So for myself and for Joe, again, check out the Tech Disruptors. Again, they were recording with Juan. That's going to be a great show. I can't wait to watch that in post.
No doubt. Yeah.
Again, Screen on Time. Screen on Time YT. That's Joe's channel. Joe is going to create content.
I will be. Yeah.
When that content is coming out, not 100% sure, but that's the plan. Again.
No. I've got the review of this coming out. I'm going to record it.
And that's and also I think they went on sale officially through Motorola. I think the Ultras, the 1 terabyte ultra is like half off. I think it's like 700 quid.
Oh, really? In the
Yeah,
US?
at least in the US. I don't know. I mean, it's probably because they're kind of more focused on the UK. But yeah, I think in the US, Adam Matlock did a short about it where he's talking about if you're looking to get an ultra and you're looking for a flip, this might be the time. It's been a year, and I think they're selling the terabyte, and I think it's 16 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte, ultra flips for like 700 quid. That's a pretty good deal if you're looking to get on one. I mean, hell, man, I know it's still a lot of money, but I mean, $700 is half off compared to where it was, and that's for the terabytes. And there's not many phones you can buy for less than 1,000 quid that are a terabyte in storage. That's pretty slick. So, I mean, if storage is a big deal to you, maybe that kind of moves on to it. And Joe does do it. And he does, and I tell you, he does way better than I ever did. That's why I don't review phones. Joe's pretty good. I like the little the B-roll and the little things you do and the little kind of comments and little kind of jokes you make. It's kind of fun. It's lightweight and I like it. I mean, it's a good thing. So check that out. Also, Jermaine's Lens. Check it. Yeah. Well, in the UK, it's still 1,100 out. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's the US only. I don't know. But if you're in the US and you're looking to get an ultra and you don't want to buy one off the used market, maybe you should check this out. And if it's available, and go check out at Tech Odyssey. That's where I saw the short he was talking about. And also you can get the Clicks keyboard, which I think for a flip phone, the Clicks keyboard is about the closest you're going to get to something like probably like this without having like a Clicks communicator or something like that, right? The Ultra with the Clicks keyboard is pretty good for the Ultra. Again, if you're into that thing, that's a good deal. So that's going to be it. We're going to go ahead and great videos with Saoirse. Yeah, awesome. And
sometimes she features. Yeah,
check that out. It's a lot of fun, and she's a cute kid. She's adorable, and Joe's moderately attractive, sort of intelligent. At the end of the day, it kind of works out, right? Me, I have none of it. That's why I don't review phones. You don't want to smoke. Before
we go, Sam, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting the signature from Motorola next.
Oh, I know. I've heard about it.
I'm very excited to
so now, how long you get about a month?
Till March 27th. Yeah,
okay.
So roughly a month. Yeah, it's coming this week. At some point.
And that's I guess that's Europe or UK only, right? The signature.
I assume so. Yeah, because you said it's not in the US, didn't you? It's their flagship.
I haven't gone to Motorola's. Yeah, is that the super thin one?
It is thin. No, it's not the Edge 70. It's the signature. It is thin. It's your flagship. Super thin. Yeah. So you remember the last one they did was the 50 Ultra. Do you remember that? I don't know what it's called in the US. That's the last flagship they did. But now, but it's reasonably priced at $899 here in the UK.
So are you just getting? Do you ever get a choice of color, or do they just give you whatever?
No, I mean even device, I don't have a choice. They ask what your preferences are, like what would you like to test first, but there's no guarantee. So I'm very lucky to be testing. I can't wait.
I will. I'm gonna offer you a challenge, or not a challenge, but I'm gonna offer you some homework. If you do the signature and you have that for that time, put it through its paces, put your sim in it. I really want to see a video about that. And I don't want to watch anybody else doing it. I want to see what you can do. I know it's a lot of pressure.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what that looks like, especially if you can keep your sim that 30 days or whatever. And
the whole time.
Camera,
definitely.
Performance, software, all of that. I want to see exactly what's going on, because I mean that might be a phone I wouldn't. Obviously I doubt it's ever going to come to the US probably, but that would be a phone I like to try out sometime and see how it goes. But I'm really curious to see how you feel about the signature, because that might be a good device to do a review on and really put it through its paces. So.
Yeah, it looks great. The specifications on it are really high end, and I've had quick hands on when I saw Wilkin at the football. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait.
Is he like a nice? I mean, he seems like a nice guy generally.
Oh, he's a really nice guy. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah,
guy.
He seems like a guy you could just sit there and have a beer with and talk about and stuff, and it's all good.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. He is cool. Top bloke.
Cool. All right. Well, like I said, so between all that and MWC, you guys will have what's going on as far as that. We're looking forward to seeing what Joe thinks, and obviously when he gets the device, we'll take a look at it. We'll talk about it. his initial impressions. He may make a video, and if he doesn't, and you really want to hear what Joe has to say, you may have to come on the Nomad Tech Project and you have to listen to what Joe says because he might just riff about it just on the show.
Oh, I will do it. I will
Sounds
do
good.
a video, I promise. For you, Sam, I'll do it.
Oh, I appreciate that. So anyway, for Joe and I, thank you so much for coming on the show again. Screen on Time, Concepts Creator, Luis's channel, Tech Disruptors, extremeskins.co.uk. Check them out. Lots of great deals. Get yourself a skin, that kind of stuff.
Phones show chat.
And phones, two S's, phones show chat.
.uk.
.uk. It's every 7 months. That's what I think that's what fortnightly is, right? Every 7 months. I don't know. I never forget this fortnightly shit. It's whatever. It's fine. It's weird. It's a lot. Did you just tweet?
Did you just fart?
You just fart? He always gets one in, folks. Love it. Anyway, I didn't do it. He did. That's my fault.
It wasn't.
I would have muted, but I have dogs barking. It kind of makes up for it. Anyway, so for myself and for Joe, thank you so much for coming to the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe. We will be back next Sunday talking about the same whatever horse shit comes in our minds. I don't know. We don't have a script. Don't ever have a script. It's fine. And
not scripted, folks.
Right, and you can tell. Quality sucks.
You can tell.
You can tell. Yeah, it's all right. And so we'll see you next Sunday. Enjoy your tech. Take care of yourselves. Have a good work week. For me, I'm off tomorrow. It's a bank holiday in the United States. It's President's Day. It's Trump Day. Trump Day here in the United States. He's the only president that matters. There's 40 others or plus. It's fine. So bank holiday for me tomorrow. So I'll be doing some work around the house. And Joe, do you have a show tomorrow, or am I?
Yeah, we are recording tomorrow with a really cool guy called Ian Furlong.
Okay. So check that out. That's look for that. Download that into your podcast aggregators or catchers or whatever. And I'll be listening to the phones show chat with Joe and Ted Salmon. Again, another great show. And we will catch you all next Sunday. Take care of yourselves. We love you guys. Don't be a dick. Maybe we'll catch you on the next episode of the Nomad Tech Project. Joe, anything else before we sign off, or I glitch like the Matrix or whatever?
No, that's perfect. I think we should sign off with you doing that and saying bye at the same time.
I think I was having a stroke right there. It sounded like felt bad. Anyway, I ain't doing it. That hurts my neck. I'm too old for this shit. All right, take care of you guys.
Yeah, that click wasn't his mouth. That was his neck.
That was my neck cracking. It's a fracture. All right, take care of you guys. We love you.
Bye.